Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks.
Ready? Black, 54 Mike. Here it goes, here it goes. Check, hey. Check 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A first down throw for Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. Here we go. Here we go. Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. Watch the twins. Check the backer, check the backer. Good shot.
The give to Taylor, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Giants' 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Shift, shift. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Right.
Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check, check. Good shot. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing is Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
No, no, no.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
We got 25 to Mike. Got it. And 25.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike, check that. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Switch. Switch.
On third down, Wilson. He finds Taylor, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike.
Throwing, Winston. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. Incomplete.
Winston's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taylor now returning it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Look left. Showing it. Shoot. Alert. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Come on.
Here's Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Check. Squeeze, double.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, they scared.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
Another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike 50. Mike 54. Watch the run. One left. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try to run this one in. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Like that. Hey, alert. Joker. Check nickel. Go.
Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Go, guys, 4 down. One left.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 19. 33. I'm here all day.
Hey, check my 33. Check my 33.
Let's get the ball.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check.
Taylor. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Bang out, bam.
33, check, right 33. Keep it up, defense. Hold, trot.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And the Giants first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Shoot.
First down, Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis again. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Check 24.
14, run it.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, check 33. 33. I'm coming after you.
Come on, that.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
I got it.
That's all right.
Check 33.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you up.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
They run the counter. Taylor. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Mike check 33. 33.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now it's Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
throwing the interception. Winston. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Winston from the gun on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
I'm going back to you. Shit.
Fair.
Shit. Kill.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check Mike 33. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Hey, check. Hey, check Mike 33.
25.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
So that'll back him up 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Ready? White 25. 54 Mike. Easy, easy, easy.
Pretty quiet. Hey, watch it. Check,
Go. 54. Let's go, baby. Let me go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All day, every day, any day. 17. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man, it's Preston Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 56.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Here's Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
12. 12. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw is Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Easy, easy, easy. Follow. We're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37 truck. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready. Check 56. Ready. He's scared. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Who that? Who that? Here we go.
Here's Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, check 33.
36 power.
His team showed up. Check the hot read.
14, got it.
Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Gun.
4 down. Chip.
Hey.
24's on the move. 24's on the move.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. You better be afraid of me. You ain't afraid of me.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Hey, alert. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Silver.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Go 14. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mike, check 33. 33. Watch the backer. Kill.
Hey, alert.
Kill.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Let's go. Mike, check 33. 33.
All day, baby. All day. Check Mike 33. Check.
Here's Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The intended receiver there, Allen. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
54's Mike.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 56. Watch the run. They're running, man. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
He's back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First down, New York.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One last shot now for Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.